I am doing a 3-hour reading marathon. I don't know, like I had this like urge. I'm gonna read for a couple of hours because I usually kind of get like sidelined in the weekends, you know. I'm watching a movie later with my friends. I'm just gonna read. The first book I'm gonna read is The Witch Boy. I'm only like 20 pages in and I'll update you how it is. So far I really like the graphic. I think it's an allegory around like gender, queerness and stuff like that. So I'm really excited to read the rest of it. It's very witchy. The characters are BIPOC, like primarily, which is kind of amazing. I think it's a series. Talk to you soon. I just finished The Witch Boy, the first of the trilogy. I really liked it. It's a middle grade novel, very well drawn, very beautiful, like action scenes, the climax and stuff is so beautifully executed, but it like doesn't drag. So I'm excited to read the rest of the trilogy. Very beautiful. It's written by Molly Ostertag. Molly Knox Ostertag is the person who wrote it. It was just like very succinct and very lovely, and the characters developed and like they got to know each other really well throughout. And like I wasn't like, okay, so what's the point of this scene? And it was just like in development to the next thing. I would say like 4.5 out of 5. So the next book I'm gonna read is Rockstar and Soft Boy by Sina Grace. I am excited because design of the artwork is very different. It's very like, it's very bright. Lines are very, I don't know how to describe it. It's very different than the other book, which had more, I don't know enough about the development of graphic art to comment on it, but it's different and it's very poppy, it's very like fun, whereas the other one is like more warm. And get into The Rockstar and Soft Boy by Sina Grace. I'll be back. Rockstar and Soft Boy, the one-shot volume 1 is done. I really like the style of the drawings. I think they're very like peppy. They're very like LA, which is interesting. I think that's kind of what the writer was going for. Very like peppy, like very like queer, very like fun and colorful, and that's really reflected in the drawing. And it's also like really funny. There were moments that I just kind of kept chuckling and then like laughed out loud a couple of places. So I would say this is 4 out of 5. So let's go into the third one. I'm trying to either read The Magic Fish or Everything is Beautiful, I'm Not Afraid by Yao Xiao. So let's see. Okay, so I've decided to read Everything is Beautiful. Everything is Beautiful and I'm Not Afraid. And I'm excited. The graphic is really, it's middle grade, but it's interesting. I don't know how to describe it, but let's get into it. But first, I might get a mint tea because it's kind of cold. And there's the cat. There she is. Mwah. So I interrupted my reading marathon to make some mint tea. It is freezing. I forgot to turn on the heater this morning, and I just did it just now. No, it wasn't on. Okay, it is upstairs. Yeah, so mint tazo.
She's not actually that nice way she's going, you guys. She's actually an asshole.
My reading has been interrupted to get this tazo tea. So basically my sister and I do this thing, we try to do this thing where we get like new teas every time we go to the store. from last time it was like the prickly cactus, and then I don't know what else we tried, but this one is I really like it. It's just like basic mint tea, but something about making tea with like a kettle, it's very slow, it's very cottage vibe, you know. And then we're just gonna put some hot water, and usually I put some honey. Oh my god, I literally burned myself. Look at this cute honey container. It's so cute. My sister got it from the thrift store. Actually. So I just finished Everything is Beautiful and I'm Not Afraid by Yao Xiao, and it's beautiful. It's essentially a memoir about her reflections about not needing anyone's approval necessarily, but having this chosen family, being like a queer immigrant person, and just like body acceptance, like all of these things that are very important. I think as someone who grew up with a lot of baggages, like I just inherently resonated so much with the writing, and the graphics are beautiful. I'll insert some as I'm talking, but wow, so gorgeous. And it's also very inspiring, but also it's not aspirational, so it doesn't feel kind of like ungrounded. It feels really grounded. I'm gonna see if she has other writings. She's an illustrator first, and then a writer, I believe. Wow, it's gorgeous. I wonder if this is the only one she has written. Anyway, she's originally from China, so she kind of like talks through her experience, and a lot of experiences really resonated with me as someone who is also an immigrant person with multiple intersection identities. So lovely. So third book of the day is done. I might read. There's this book that I got when I was in the Bay Area in the summer, and I try to read that book because it's a manga.